Vivian. Alright. Vivian. The Vivian today speak title is to eat or not to eat. The time limit is 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Okay. Then before Vivian's speech, I would like to invite her evaluator, Color Chu. Please welcome Color Chu.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Carol. I'm from NCYU Toastmaster Club. And today, Vivian will go to complete her pathway named Motivational Strategies, Level 4, the second project. And the project name of this project is Question and Answer section. The purpose of this project is for Vivian to learn about and practice facilitating a question and answer session, and for Vivian to practice delivering informative speech and running a well-organized question and answer session. The member is responsible for managing time, so there is a quota opportunity for both. And I'm looking forward to Vivian's speech.
Okay. Please welcome Vivian.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
I love all kinds of snacks when I was a kid. Lollipops, lipstick candy, M&M's chocolate cookies. They were all my favorite. After I grew up, I have even more passion for food. I wouldn't stop eating snacks or dessert until I was too full to have another bite. I realized later that many people would feel enough after having several pieces of crackers and cookies, but I would not feel that way. Not to mention late night snack. I considered buying late night snacks from night market and having them while I'm watching TV or movies is one of the best enjoyment in life. Plus, although I'm a picky eater, I wouldn't waste any food I love. When eating around the table, I would grab the plate back from the waiter's hand and clean up the plate. However, we all know that too much for anything is bad. I knew things could go wrong if I didn't change anything. So today, I'm going to share my mental journey of to eat or not to eat. During the speech, if you have any question, please memorize it. In the end, there will be a Q&A session for about approximately 5 minutes, and I will love to answer every questions you ask. Okay, now it is January 2022. The story started in May 2020. I was quite stressful at work and I couldn't find a balance between work and life. My physical and mental health was not in the best condition. I ate without restriction. I also didn't feel like to take photos. I realized later that it was because I looked so fat in pictures. I didn't look good in any clothes as well. As the saying goes, one never shed tears until one sees the coffin. People tend to have the highest motivation at the last moment. I'm surely one of them. So I finally decided to go to the gym with my colleague. I met a professional coach and he suggested me to do the 16-8 intermittent fasting, which means that I can eat for 8 hours a day, and for the rest 16 hours, I don't eat anything. That was the first time I heard about this fasting method. What's that? Is it okay to skip breakfast? How would it help me to lose fat? I trusted my coach anyway, so I tried. It turned out to be very easy. I felt a little bit hungry, but as long as I can draw my attention from the desire, time passed quickly. So I did some research about this fasting method. How does it work? After having a meal, our body will break down the carbohydrate, 碳水化合物, into glucose, 葡萄糖. To prevent high blood sugar, the pancreas, 胰脏, will release insulin, 胰岛素, to make the glucose in blood store in cells as glycogen, 肝糖, or fat. When the body needs energy, pancreas will release another kind of hormone to turn glycogen back into glucose. After 12 to 16 hours, we will run out of glycogen and started to burn fat. Nowadays, people are used to high carbohydrate diet and seldom be hungry. The insulin is always high in our body, so it is unlikely to burn fat. By not eating for a long period of time, our body can break down all the glycogen and then we will break down the fat. I started 16-8 intermittent fasting in May 2020. I did it almost every day. To eat or not to eat? During 12 o'clock at noon and 8 p.m., I ate. And I tried to eat more protein and less carbohydrate. I still have little snacks every day and big meal every week. I got positive results. Everyone around me could see the differences. I kept losing body fat. Intermittent fasting was the easiest way and definitely the right method for me. It was like losing fat in the heaven. However, not every day is Sunday. It came the Chinese New Year in 2021. I ate without restriction. And then after that, my body fat was like a kite without the string, which became higher and higher. I was so confused. I returned back to the 16-8 after the vacation. Why didn't I lose weight as it used to do? So I did some researches again. It turned out that doing intermittent fasting for a long period of time could be bad. According to the researchers, doing intermittent fasting for a short period of time can increase the metabolism. However, after 6 months, it could decrease the metabolism. To make it simple, if the body receives low calories for a long period of time, it will lower the metabolism to decrease the energy consumption, which leads to gaining fat again. Plus, due to the pandemic, I couldn't go to the gym since May, but I ate the same amount of food, which could easily turn into fat in my body. I knew it was time for me to change my diet again. So I decreased the frequency of my 16-8 to 4 days a week. And now I hardly do 16-8. To eat or not to eat, I still eat a lot of food I loved, but I will choose the better ones. I use an app to record what I ate. I will make sure that the total calories I consume is higher than my basal metabolic rate. I also managed to control the proportion of the three main nutrients: carbohydrate, protein, and fat. I still have 1 to 2 big meals every week. So far, it seems fine. My body fat seems to maintain in this level. Although I didn't lose fat like I used to do, I think not getting worse is still great. After all these ups and downs, I have some principles now. Eat more than my basal metabolic rate. Don't just consider the total calories. Eat healthy food. Do intermittent fasting every once in a while. Most important of all, always keep eating healthy in mind and choose the food consciously and last long. This is all of my sharing of my my experience about my thoughts toward to eat or not to eat. Thank you for your attention. So I just share my my experience from beginning to now. I'm wondering if you have any questions of my speech. You can raise your hands now, no matter you're in the room or online. If you're online, you can use the hands up function or just unmute yourself. And
Yeah, I can try.
okay, Cece, please say your question.
So, I mean, I know many people suggest that you have the cheat meal or cheat day every week or in a regular with a periodical way. But what is the real? I mean, what is the reason why cheat meal help you improve your body?
Oh, Cece asked, you did. Do you did intermittent fasting as well?
Right.
Yes, and you ask why do we have cheat meal?
Yeah. And how does the cheat meal help you to improve your body?
Okay, thanks for your question. Cece mentioned an important part of intermittent fasting that many people will have cheat meal once a week, like to have McDonald's or all you can eat once a week. And how does that work? I also did some researches on this, and I think the reason why we need to have this cheat meal is to cheat your body, like the meaning on the word, to cheat your body that that you're not losing fat, because just as I mentioned, if your body receives low calories for a long period of time, your body will think you don't need that much calories, and your body will lower the metabolism to decrease the energy consumption. So you need to treat your body and eat a lot to break the rules, and then your body will probably not lower your energy consumption. Is this what you're asking, Cici?
Yes. So,
Okay.
So, do you mean that it's all about the adaptability of your body? I mean, so what your point is that your body might get used to your diet habits if you keep doing this. So you need some ways or some days to break the pattern, so that your body cannot get familiar with your diet habits quickly. Is that right?
Yeah, I think I'm I think you just said what I mean.
Yeah. Then
Okay, thank you for your question. Is there anyone who have any question about this sharing? Okay, I can see a question from Leah. Leah asked, will the effect last longer if you mix different fasting style together? For example, 16-8 and 20-24. Okay, this is also a good question. Aside from the fasting method I mentioned, which is 16-8, there are other kinds of intermittent fasting, like 18-6 or 24. The spirit is similar. For example, 24 means that you only eat 4 hours a day, and for the rest 20 hours you don't eat. And Leah wondered if the effect will last longer if you doing them like alternately. Okay, I from the research from the study I read, it says that yes, the effect will be better if you do them alternately, but the frequency is like having maybe 3 to 4 days, 16-8 a week, and maybe one day 24, and other days you eat normal. Some professionals suggest this is a good way to make your effect last longer. So I think the main principle is to not make your body get used to the routine. Yeah. Thank you, Leah. Did I answer your question? If you have further question, please be free to ask. Okay, we still have time. And Camila asked a question: how do you deal with it if you're really hungry and can't stand not eating for such long hours? Okay, this is a very good question that many people will encounter this when doing this fasting. Okay. Okay. My first answer will be, if you're too painful, if you're super painful, then try another diet. There are so many diets there. Maybe you're not suitable for this. Maybe other kinds of diet will be more suitable for you. But if you feel a little bit painful, not so painful, you feel a little bit hungry, you can try to draw your attention from the feeling hungry. You can do work and do whatever you like, or you can drink water or black coffee, which don't have carbohydrate in it. I think the feeling goes very quick for me. Yeah, maybe you can try that. If you're too painful, then just quit it. It's fine. You can find another way. Thank you for your question, Camila. We still have, oh, no, I think that was our last question because time's up. I really appreciate your attention and question. If you have further question that you want to ask me, please ask me after this speech. I will be happy to answer any question. Okay, thank you very much. Back to Toastmaster.
Thank